The first vehicle built on Mazda's recent Skyactiv platform was the Mazda CX-5. It was also the first one to get the Smart CD brake system, which can slam on the brakes on your behalf to save you from nailing yourself with your lipstick or smartphone in the eye. It is considered the replacement for the CX-7, which was much bigger. Really, there's no real predecessor as it's a brand new car. For 2014, it comes with a new 2.5-liter engine, so let's zoom. At a bit above 4.5 meters, it is definitely bigger than what it looks like. The Kodo-designed body is sleek and dynamic, fluid and charming, and definitely a Mazda. All the latest family elements are present, giving away its identity even from far away. With a properly athletic stance, the CX-5 starts earning points while still stationary. Prices start at $24,890 for a GX and go all the way up to $35,145 for a GT like our test vehicle. Safety above all, the CX-5 comes with top crash test scores, Smart City brake control which detects forward collisions and can do the braking for you, and a bunch of driving aids like blind spot monitoring. The interior design is straight, practical, and ergonomically sound. Very similar looking to the latest Mazda 6, it feels more car than crossover. The dashboard is not upwards angled at all, and that makes the driving position low and snug. Definitely an indication of the vehicle's dynamics being oriented to sport. Fit and finish are really good, while soft-to-the-touch materials have been used for the higher-up surfaces. Rattles and squeaks are totally absent, improving the ride quality. Visibility is good and further assisted by the clever aids, and driving the CX-5 is a piece of cake. Once you get yourself behind the wheel, you're going to notice how nicely put together this crossover is. The driving position is really good, and ergonomically everything is in reach. Passengers in the front have ample space, while the rear seat will happily sit 3 adults with adequate space. The trunk might not impress with its size at 966 liters, but at least it's completely usable and has a nice wide opening. In general, it's a bit tighter than some of the competitors, but space is not really an issue unless you're tall enough to lick the roof while standing on your feet. Now here's the tricky part. The Skyactiv Gearbox tries to keep the engine revs as low as possible, and it does achieve that really smoothly. But to get some zoom out of it, you really have to put your foot down. But it is then when the 2.5-liter Skyactiv motor will use the 184 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque to hit 100 kilometers in 9.4 seconds, which is faster than most of the naturally aspirated CUVs. Fuel economy is really good, as on our watch, it used 10.8 liters per 100 kilometers of regular unleaded on a combined circle. Stopping power is pretty good too. The brake pedal had a positive feel to it, and from 100 kilometers an hour, it came to a confident complete stop in 47 meters while on winter tires and on a little bit of snow. At low speed, even though adequately comfortable, the ride is a bit textured. The dynamic setup seems to be discovering bumps that my eyes just don't see. Once you're up to speed though, things get a lot better, and ride comfort is good. It might not be as soft as a RAV4, but when you throw it into a corner, it is when you realize why not. The steering is zoom-tastic, the brakes feel up to the job, and the chassis is a joy. The CX-5 can put a smile on your face as long as there's even the slightest bend ahead. Even changing lanes or avoiding potholes is done with poise, and the overall experience feels very inspiring for a crossover. The CX-5 together with Ford's Escape are the sportiest and most driver-centric crossovers on the market. The Escape is faster and much harder. The CX-5 is better built, more fuel efficient, and almost equal fun without sacrificing comfort. The CX-5 is easily a top choice.